Good evening. My name is Kevin Kimmel, Superintendent. I'm here with you this evening to discuss a safe learning environment survey that we did with our students, staff, and parents last spring. The purpose for this survey is to really get feedback from all parties involved in educating students in our school district and find out if we're doing our job with regards to providing a safe learning environment. We wanted to get the perspective of all the stakeholders, the students, the staff, and the parents. And once we got that feedback, we're really more interested than just getting the information back. We're interested in what we're going to do in response to that information. So tonight, I'm here to share the results from those surveys that we did in the spring. And we hope to provide you not only information on what we heard back from you guys and the students and the teachers, but also give you our game plan going forward. Part of the Safe Schools Learning Survey, we set out wanting to answer 3 questions. Number 1, why did we do this? Number 2, what did we want to learn from the survey? And number 3, who did we want feedback from? The first piece there, why did we do this? Well, we did this because we feel that our number 1 charge as an educational system is to provide a safe learning environment for our students. If we're not providing a safe learning environment for our students, it's hard for any type of education to take place. So that's kind of the foundation, and it also speaks to it in our ongoing continuous improvement plan that we put together, and actually we're halfway through that plan. It was developed in 2009 from input from the community and the parents and the students and the staff in this school district. And we really wanted to get feedback, a piece of that safe schools learning environment. Not only are we providing a safe learning environment, but one of the big topics that we're recently been discussing is the whole dress code issue. Is the community, parents, staff members, students in support of a campus wear or uniform type policy? And so that was a question that we asked, and that provided our student life dress code subcommittee information to be able to take out and develop the plans and taking the information and provide it to the community. So that really was the foundation of why we did it. What did we want to learn? Once again, what is the perception of our school district from the parent standpoint, the staff standpoint, and the student standpoint? Are we providing a safe learning environment? And from the results that we received back, a majority of the people feel that yes, we are providing a safe learning environment. Now, is there room for improvement? Yes, there is. And you'll see in the upcoming slides what we plan to address, some of the areas that we feel that we're maybe need to shore up a little bit. So the last piece, who do we want feedback from? Once again, everybody who has a part in the education of the children in this district, which is inclusive of the parents, the teachers, administration, and our students. What we did with our Safe Schools Learning Survey is that we broke it down into 2 different student surveys. We didn't think that the questions that were developed for the secondary students were all necessarily appropriate for the elementary students. But we wanted to get the sense of whether the elementary students felt safe at school, whether they had friends that they could talk with, and that they felt comfortable with adults in the building. And so the first highlight from what we received from the students that we surveyed in a K-5 setting was that 78% of our students feel safe at school. That's very good. It's not 100%. So what we did is we dug in a little bit deeper and found out why those students that didn't feel safe, what part of the school day or the school environment did they not feel safe in. And from those results, we found that of the 22% that don't feel safe at school, 72% felt they didn't feel safe at school on the playground. And that's a very important piece because as we're developing our action plans to counter some of the areas that we need to improve on, it was important for us to know where our kids didn't feel safe. So playground was the number 1 thing we needed to address there. We also found out that 95% of our students say that they have friends in school, which we believe is very important for students to feel comfortable and be in a safe learning environment. And the last piece there we want to highlight is that 89% of our elementary students said that they can talk to a teacher, a school counselor, or a principal. And that's also very important, because if our students don't feel that they have an adult that they can come and share information with, we're not doing our job as teachers, administrators, and counselors. So those are the main areas from the elementary. And from that information, what we've done is we've developed action steps to counter some of the information that we received. The first one is that we've increased the supervision, and where that supervision is during all times that the students are outside of school, which would be inclusive of the morning drop-off, the afternoon pickup, and more importantly, we've increased the supervision during our playground time. And remember, our students said that was the #1 area they don't feel safe. So we've increased the staff, and what we did is we didn't put them lined up against the wall, kind of, you know, from a distance watching what the kids are doing. We're encouraging those staff members to get out, mingle with the students. The area that they're at, as far as watching the students, is very critical. We've also spent quite a bit of time establishing expected behavior and consequences in line with our student code of conduct to meet our students' needs during the playground time area. So it's just not, hey, you're released to the playground, you have recess, you know, anything goes. No, we express why we want the kids to behave in a certain way. If they don't behave in a certain way, there's consequences for that action. Another piece of that is that we've continued to grow the positive behavioral program that recognizes and encourages students in appropriate behavioral traits that include, and these are the 4 big ones at the elementary: caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. And Marie Stuckman and the staff down at the elementary have done a tremendous job encouraging that positive behavioral program. They hand out small rewards throughout the school year. They're constantly recognizing students. The teachers do a wonderful job recognizing the students when they display one of those positive character traits. And that program is continually growing, and we believe that putting an emphasis on the positive traits will eventually phase out some of those negative behavioral traits that we want to try to eliminate in the elementary school. Along with the elementary results, what we did is that we took a look at we asked questions of our secondary students, staff, and parents. And the questions for those 3 groups were relatively the same. Remember, we had taken the elementary approach that they maybe weren't quite ready for the level of questionings that we had for the secondary students, so we had revised those for that group. But the next piece of information, I'd like to turn over to our secondary principal, Mr. Matt Henderson, and he's going to talk about what we learned from the survey of our secondary students, staff, and parents, and then some of the action plans that we've put in place and we're continually putting in place to respond to that survey information. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Mr. Henderson.
Thank you, Mr. Kimmel. I'm Matt Henderson, principal of the secondary building, and I'm going to discuss with you the secondary portion of the Safe Schools Learning Survey. Secondary staff and parents, the question that was very important to us here in the secondary building is finding out the answer to this question: what is needed to make a safe learning environment? 69% of the students in grades 6 through 12 in this building say that proper supervision of students is needed to make a safe learning environment. 93% of our staff members in this building agreed with our students in saying that proper supervision of the students is necessary in creating a safe learning environment. And 90% of our parents also agree that proper supervision of our students is important in maintaining a safe learning environment. Another question that was asked was, do you support a zero tolerance policy? 70% of our students in grades 6 through 12 support the zero tolerance policy. 91% of staff members support the zero tolerance policy, and 84% of parents support the zero tolerance policy. The zero tolerance policy means we take serious action, disciplinary action, and in some cases legal action is necessary under 3 major infractions in our school building, which deal with drugs, weapons, or violence against students or staff members. And across the board, 74% of the students support that, 91% of the staff members support it, and 84% of the parents support our zero tolerance policy as we deal with drugs, weapons, and violence, not only in the secondary building, but also district-wide. Another question from the Safe Schools survey is, do you feel that district-wide dress code, in other words, uniforms or campus wear, should be implemented? 85% of the students in grades 6 through 12 feel that a district-wide dress code should not be implemented. 73% of staff members feel a district-wide dress code should be implemented, and 53% of parents feel a district-wide dress code should be implemented. And at this point, we are currently in the investigation process of implementing campus wear and going through the steps of getting community feedback, student feedback, teacher feedback on making a decision about how we're going to address this particular portion of the Safe Schools Learning Survey. Another question, do you feel that you are learning, working, or we are providing a safe environment? 82% of students grades 6 through 12 feel they are learning in a safe environment. 80% of staff members feel they are working in a safe environment. And 68% of parents feel the district is providing a safe learning environment. In taking all of those questions in consideration and what we're doing to address them here in the secondary building, the action steps are as follows. First thing we're looking at is increasing supervision and proximity of staff in high traffic areas, along with investigating the use of adult volunteers to assist with the supervision. Teachers are required at every class change to be out in the hallways, outside of their classroom, monitoring, keeping their eyes open, just paying attention to what's going on around in the hallways and between class periods and the commons areas, to making sure that we can be a presence and be supportive of students as they are transitioning from class to class to help alleviate any potential problems that may arise. The zero tolerance policy is implemented in cases where physical violence, dangerous weapons, or drugs are involved. This includes discipline of the student to the fullest extent of the code of conduct allows, and in some cases where we will get the local authorities and involve legal action taken if necessary, and supporting parents in terms of keeping students safe in cases where there's extreme violence. The Student Life Dress Code Subcommittee is currently studying the dress code policy that includes an option of implementing a campus wear policy, as I mentioned earlier. Speak Truth to Power curriculum is something we're very excited about here in the secondary building. It's being implemented through our Redmond time in the English Language Arts and Social Studies curriculum. An implementation of a bullying, harassment, intimidation reporting form. About 2 months ago, we instituted a new form for students that can report to an administrator, fill out a form describing some situations that they're dealing with in terms of bullying, harassment, intimidation. We're working through the process of getting that form posted online for parents to be able to fill that out, or students to be able to fill that out and submit it directly to school personnel. So these are some of the action steps we're taking here on the secondary building. I would like to invite anybody who's interested in getting involved with the Student Life Committee or the Dress Code Subcommittee. Meetings are held here in the secondary building. The next meeting is Monday, February 6th, 2012, 6 p.m., and then Monday, May 7th, 2012 are the next Student Life Committee meetings. Contact me here at the secondary building via phone or email. There will be additional open forum dates that will be announced regarding campus wear and the dress code decisions that were being made. And if you want to find more information about what we're doing with dress code or anything relating to student life or the secondary building, you can go to bucyrusschools.org and check out the information there. Thank you.